Welcome to the Edge Festival in Edinburgh, standing outside Cabaret Voltaire with Ben Howard.
Hello, good evening. Hi.
Last time I saw you, you were playing on a beach in Cornwall, Lusty Glazed Beach. Is that a place you regularly hang out?
I've been down to Newquay quite a lot, but I'd never actually been there. And when they said we're doing a gig on one of the town beaches in Newquay, it was quite a surprise. And that place was unbelievable, big cliffs and stuff. Is probably the sickest gig we've ever played. Yeah.
You're well into your surfing, aren't you?
Yeah, fair bit. That's sort of why I went down there quite a lot. I lived down there for a little bit, and yeah, cool part of the world, definitely.
Because you're from Devon.
Yep.
The gig was in Cornwall. As you said, hung out in Cornwall quite a lot. Is there a lot of rivalry between Devon and Cornwall?
There's a funny one, yeah. It's a weird one because people from Cornwall have to go through Devon to get to England, but I think they quite like staying in Cornwall. But there's an amazing rivalry. There's more of a rivalry between South Devon and North Devon. Like I've got loads of friends who are Cornish, but I've got no friends who are from North Devon. So yeah, there's funny little local rivalries, I suppose. Yeah.
Are you a surfer that plays music, or a musician that surfs?
A musician that surfs, I'd go for that. Yeah.
But the surfing...
I do surf interviews and I do it the other way around.
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
But I went online to find out a bit more, and going back to maybe 2009, all the interviews that you did were surf related.
Yeah, I think it's one way we really got going and got a fan base was through the surf world. Like I played a lot of just beach gigs and little surf competitions. I'd do the music and stuff, just because a lot of my friends were from the surf world, and it's been really cool. It's been an amazing bunch of people who've told all their friends, and now it's really nice that people who know nothing about the surf world and stuff, they come to a lot of the shows, and we've got genuine music fans now as well, which is it's really nice to be able to get that crossover and not be seen as a surfer, be seen as a musician, and then go, oh well, actually surf a little bit as well.
I suppose that sense of community as well helps the music grow.
Yeah, there's a great community, really cool bunch of guys, especially down south, and then my manager lives in the northeast up here, so we're here for a few days, and just lovely bunch of people up this side of the coast as well. And I don't know, it's been a really nice way to be playing music, go from like playing little beach gigs to playing venues in Edinburgh and at the festival and stuff, and yeah, having loads of people I don't know turn up for shows.
Communion seems to be a brilliant platform for emerging music. How did you get involved with those guys?
That was through playing a few shows in London. We were doing our own headline shows already, and they were like, well, we've got this thing going on in West London, come and sort of get on board and play a few. They're doing stuff at Notting Hill Arts Club, so we played a couple of shows with them, and I think they really helped us out in the London scene quite a bit, because we've never really been part of that London scene, and never really been part of any scene really. So they sort of helped us get to a few new people in London, and obviously that spreads once you start playing bigger cities. So just really cool bunch of people, and we got on well, and they put a few shows on for us, so it worked well.
And of course Ben from Mumford Sons, one of the guys behind the whole Communion concept, the club night and the record label and everything. Has the success of Mumford Sons been great for an act like you?
I think
because it's put sort of what would have been called folk music, made it into something more contemporary of late.
Yeah, I think it's not even the folk music side of things. What Mumford have really done is put people playing musical instruments. They've proven that you can sell records by playing a bunch of acoustic instruments and stuff. And I think that's the greatest thing they've achieved. And it does help people like me and a lot of other people coming through the ranks as such to play musical instruments, and people to accept it rather than having sort of. I remember listening to Radio 1, and there was loads of polished pop records and loads of like vocoder and all this sort of stuff, and then Mumford & Sons came on, and it was a real breath of fresh air. So I think they smashed it in that respect. It's really encouraging, definitely encouraging for people like me who play the guitar and stuff, to see a guitar and sort of mandolin and banjo based band to smash it and go worldwide like they have. Yeah, and they're cool people as well. They're nice guys. So yeah, real helpful.
Set released the album in October. Are these pretty much songs that you've lived with for ages and ages and ages that you finally got the chance to record, or
there's a few.
Were you working on them as you went along?
Yeah, there's a few, but I mean the album took so long. It was like you get a new song, you're like, oh my god, this has got to go on the album. I'd love to have this as part of the record as well. So it's a real mix-up. Like there's some older tracks that are still some of our strongest tracks, and then some new ones where this has got to go on the record. I'm really feeling this right now. So the record's got a nice sort of a load of transition from like old tunes to like newer tunes, and through different moods and different times in my life and stuff. So as a debut, I'm really stoked at it. I'm kind of it shows a nice range from the present to songs I had 3 years ago or something. So yeah, there's a whole mix-up.
So we hear the likes of the Wolves and stuff. Is that a good indication of what else is on the record? I was surprised just hearing clips of the album how up-tempo it was.
Yeah, I think there's some up-tempo stuff. I think we tried to put a few up-tempo ones in, because I do play a lot of quiet stuff, and I didn't want to fall into the sort of singer-songwriter trap of just playing real melancholy tunes and getting pigeonholed as that straight away, because we do play a load of different stuff, you know, like we've the upbeat ones are on there just so that live we can get away with playing upbeat tunes, because we love playing music and I love being able to play really intimate stuff, but I love to be able to like jam out a little bit, and it sort of gives us scope to get a bit rockier and get a bit heavier in places and still do those sort of really intimate tracks. So it's kind of weird. We'll have to send you the album when we get it, but it's a whole melting pot of stuff. It's pretty wild.
So you're here playing the Edge Festival, and are you able, having just arrived in Edinburgh, to get the vibe that's going on in the city? Yeah,
it's wild. We had a little cruise around today, and there's so much stuff going on. I'm kind of a bit blown away by all the people and stuff, but I think we were deciding whether or not to go surfing in the morning, and I think we're going to stay and get a bit drunk.
Where do you go surfing around here? Portobello Beach or somewhere?
We were going to go further south, like near Newcastle and stuff, but I think we're going to stay and drink instead. There's so much to see. There's so much going on here.
Do I drink or do I surf? Drinking wins.
Drinking wins.
It's a festival, and all the pubs are open till like really late.
It's cool. There's some real cool people around.
You're back in Scotland end of October.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look at my bit of paper. The 30th of October at the Tunnels in Aberdeen, and the 31st King Tut's in Glasgow.
Yeah.
It would be great to have you back.
I'm looking forward to it. We've had some great times in Scotland, so it's nice to be back here.
It's Ben Howard on In Demand Uncut.